Send word to the Fire Lord immediately! The Avatar has returned! Hello there, my fandom friends! Today I have some very exciting and happy news to share. Today is a great day because for Avatar: The Last Airbender's 20th anniversary, Nickelodeon has announced a new Avatar series. This will of course be the third in the Avatar verse, and it is going to be called Avatar: Seven Havens. So let's get into this and talk about what is to come and what to expect for the future, everything we currently know now. First up, and probably most importantly, our original creators of the Avatarverse series have returned. Brian Konietzko and Michael DiMartino have returned to animate and help create this new world that we are going to see through Avatar: Seven Havens. We also know that there are going to be 2 seasons planned as of now. Right now, there are currently going to be 26 episodes, probably 13 in each season, and they're going to be about 30 minutes in length. That little detail got me personally really excited because that means more Avatar content per episode. Usually we're used to about 20-ish minutes per episode, but now we get a half hour. Now I'm gonna read a little synopsis kind of about this story as a whole based on the official logline from the creators. The series will be set in a world shattered by a devastating catalysm. A young earthbender discovers she's the new Avatar after Korra, but in this dangerous era, that title marks her as humanity's destroyer, not its savior. Hunted by both human and spirit enemies, she and her long-lost twin must uncover their mysterious origins and save the Seven Havens before civilization's last stronghold collapse. You may or may not know, but there have been so many rumors over, I feel like, the past couple years that our next Avatar, the Earthbender, would be a twin, which I am so excited for because that just leaves the window open to so many new adventures and dynamics of the story that we have not yet seen in the Avatarverse. Introducing twins to this whole Avatar system, in my opinion, is just so interesting, and I am so here for it. Again, bringing it back to the timeline, this third series, Seven Havens, will be right after the timeline of The Legend of Korra. Of course, The Legend of Korra was right after Avatar: The Last Airbender, so this will be our third series, which again makes sense because of the cycle of avatars. We started with Aang as an airbender, Korra as a waterbender, and this new character as the earthbender. As for when this series is going to be released, as of right now, there's currently no official release date, but I'm certain that we will probably have to wait at least a year or two for this series. But at least we have it announced. We can wait just a little bit longer. There are rumors and leaks going around that this new series will release after the Last Airbender movie, which is set to come out in January 2026, so a little bit less than a year from now. If you don't know anything about the Last Airbender movie, basically it's a movie that's going to be coming out soon about Team Avatar grown up a little bit as adults. Something that I personally think is really cool about this movie is that it's actually set to come out on my exact birthday next year, and it will be in theaters, so that'll be just the best birthday present if they decide to keep it on that date. Of course, it could come a little later, probably not sooner, but we are expecting that movie to be coming out next year. I also wanted to give a shout out to where I heard about this announcement and this news of this new Avatar series coming out. It is all thanks to the award-winning podcast Braving the Elements, which is hosted by Dante Bosco, the voice of Zuko, and Janet Varney, the voice of Korra. They put out an awesome announcement this morning on their Instagram, so I highly suggest checking that out to give them support, and of course to just support the Avatar fandom as a whole. If you don't know anything about this podcast, let me fill you in really quick because I highly suggest checking it out if you are an Avatar: The Last Airbender fan. Basically, Dante Bosco and Janet Varney go step by step throughout every single episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender, breaking down every single episode, inviting special guests to play trivia and talk about behind the scenes action. They invite different voice actors and other guests that were all a part of making Avatar such a special fandom. And if you don't know, I was actually invited on to be a guest as they talked about season 3 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I got to be a part of an episode where I did trivia against one of my friends, and it's all recorded and posted on their podcast for season 3 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I highly suggest checking checking that out if you would like to see more of me or more of their podcast. Some other really exciting news involving their podcast is that they are back. If you don't know, they actually took a little break after they ended talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender, and so now they're back to discuss all of the juicy thoughts about The Legend of Korra. And I'm sure in a couple years from now, once we have our Seven Havens series, they will be back for that as well. As for now, that is going to wrap up everything we currently know about this new Avatar series. Again, please go support the Braving the Elements podcast on their Instagram, all their social media, and wherever you listen to podcasts. I personally listen on Spotify. They're also on YouTube if you wanted a more visual approach to their podcast. Let's keep those positive vibes going in the comments. Let me know what you're most excited for in this new series or just in the Avatar fandom as a whole. As always, I hope you have an amazing day. Flameo Hotman. I will see you next time. Bye.